While Scarlett finally understands her mistakes, the damage to her relationship with Rhett has already been done. Conclusion: the death of illusions. Melanie Wilkes' death is a turning point in Gone with the Wind that forces Scarlett to confront the truth about herself, her relationships, and the illusions she had built her life around. In the wake of Melanie's passing, Scarlett is forced to let go of her fantasy of Ashley and to acknowledge the emotional void she had created in her own life. Although Scarlett's newfound understanding brings clarity, it also comes with the painful realization that her chance at true happiness with Rhett may have slipped away forever. Melanie's death thus marks the end of Scarlett's illusions and the beginning of her painful journey towards self-awareness. Scarlett's realization that her true love has been Rhett all along, but this comes too late in Gone with the Wind. In Gone with the Wind, Scarlett O'Hara's journey is marked by her continual refusal to confront her true emotions and her obsession with the unattainable Ashley Wilkes. It is only after years of chasing illusions and manipulating her way through life that Scarlett finally realizes her true love has been Rhett Butler all along. However, this epiphany comes too late, after Rhett has grown disillusioned and emotionally exhausted by Scarlett's rejection and blindness to his affections. The illusion of Ashley Wilkes. Throughout the novel, Scarlett is consumed by her fixation on Ashley Wilkes. Believing that he represents the life and love she could have had before the Civil War. For years, Scarlett clings to the fantasy that Ashley is her perfect match, despite his clear devotion to his wife, Melanie. Her obsession with Ashley blinds her to the reality of her situation, preventing her from seeing the truth of who Ashley really is, a gentle, but passive man who is unable to thrive in the harsh post-war world. Scarlett's love for Ashley is based on an idealized image of him and the past he represents, not on the reality of who he is or what he can offer her. As a result, Scarlett continually overlooks Rhett's love and loyalty, treating him as a financial provider and partner of convenience, rather than the man who truly understands and loves her. Scarlett's emotional blindness drives much of the tension in her marriage to Rhett, as she remains emotionally unavailable and focused on a man who can never fulfill her. The moment of realization. Scarlett's epiphany comes after the death of Melanie Wilkes, a moment that forces her to confront the truth about her feelings and the mistakes she has made. With Melanie's passing, Scarlett's obsession with Ashley begins to crumble. She realizes that her romanticized image of Ashley was never based on genuine love, but rather on a fantasy of the past. Ashley, though kind and honorable, was never the man Scarlett truly needed or wanted. In this moment of clarity, Scarlett finally understands that it was Rhett all along who truly loved her. Rhett, with his pragmatism, strength, and deep affection, had been by her side, offering her the kind of passionate and enduring love that Ashley never could. Scarlett's realization is a painful one, as she recognizes that she had been blind to Rhett's love, taking him for granted and pushing him away with her obsession over Ashley. Rhett's exhaustion and departure. Tragically, by the time Scarlett comes to terms with her true feelings for Rhett, it is too late. After years of emotional neglect and rejection, Rhett has reached the end of his patience. He has loved Scarlett deeply and passionately, but her inability to reciprocate that love or even acknowledge it has left him emotionally drained. Rhett's famous line, "Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn," as he walks out of Scarlett's life, signifies the breaking point of their relationship. Rhett's departure is the culmination of years of frustration and heartbreak. Scarlett's realization that she loves Rhett is bittersweet because, while she finally understands the depth of her feelings, she also understands that she has pushed Rhett too far. Rhett, worn down by years of emotional rejection, no longer believes that their relationship can be salvaged. His departure leaves Scarlett alone, facing the harsh reality of the love she has lost. A late but powerful epiphany. Scarlett's realization that her true love has been Rhett all along is a powerful moment of self-awareness, but it comes at a great personal cost. For years, she had been driven by pride, stubbornness, and an obsession with the past, refusing to acknowledge the love that was right in front of her. When she finally does see Rhett for the man he is, someone who understands her, matches her resilience, and loves her unconditionally, it is too late to repair the damage she has done. This moment of realization is one of the most poignant in the novel, as Scarlett is left to reflect on her choices and the emotional walls she built around herself. Her journey from emotional blindness to self-awareness is complete, but it is also filled with regret. Rhett's love, which could have brought her happiness, is now out of reach, leaving Scarlett to face the consequences of her actions alone. Conclusion: the tragic cost of emotional blindness. Scarlett's late realization that her true love has been Rhett Butler all along underscores the tragic nature of her character arc in Gone with the Wind. Her emotional blindness, driven by pride and obsession, prevents her from seeing the love and devotion that Rhett offers until it is too late. While Scarlett's epiphany marks an important moment of growth and self-awareness, it also comes with the painful understanding that she has lost the one person who truly loved her. Rhett's departure serves as a heartbreaking reminder of the cost of failing to acknowledge one's true emotions until it is too late. Rhett's departure and the iconic moment, "Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn" in Gone with the Wind. Rhett Butler's departure from Scarlett O'Hara in Gone with the Wind is one of the most iconic and emotionally charged moments in literary history. After years of tumultuous marriage, misunderstandings, and emotional neglect, Rhett finally reaches his breaking point. His famous parting line, "Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn," not only captures the final collapse of their relationship, but also symbolizes Rhett's emotional exhaustion and his decision to let go of a love that has caused him immense pain. The breaking point, Rhett's emotional exhaustion. Throughout much of the novel, Rhett Butler remains deeply in love with Scarlett, despite her obsession with Ashley Wilkes and her refusal to recognize Rhett's true feelings. Rhett is drawn to Scarlett's beauty, intelligence, and fierce determination, and for years, he endures her emotional distance, hoping that she will eventually come to love him. However, Scarlett's continual rejection, her fixation on Ashley, and her inability to see Rhett as anything more than a practical partner wear him down. Rhett's love for Scarlett is not a passive, gentle affection, it is passionate and demanding, and it requires reciprocity that Scarlett never provides. Over time, as Scarlett remains emotionally unavailable and dismissive of Rhett's love, he begins to grow disillusioned. He realizes that no matter how much he loves Scarlett, she is unwilling or incapable of loving him back in the way he desires. This emotional exhaustion leads Rhett to the painful conclusion that his love for Scarlett is unsustainable. Scarlett's realization comes too late. Scarlett's realization that she truly loves Rhett comes too late. After years of believing she was in love with Ashley, Scarlett finally understands that her feelings for him were based on fantasy and illusion. When Melanie Wilkes dies, Scarlett is forced to confront her misguided obsession and realizes that Rhett, not Ashley, is the man who has truly loved her all along. However, by the time Scarlett reaches this epiphany, Rhett is already emotionally drained and has given up hope of ever being truly loved by her. When Scarlett tries to express her newfound understanding and love for Rhett, she is met with indifference. Her confession of love, which would have meant everything to Rhett in the past, now falls flat. Rhett, having endured years of emotional neglect, is no longer willing to wait for Scarlett to love him. He has reached the point where he no longer cares if she finally realizes her feelings. He is done. The iconic line, "Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn." Rhett's iconic line, "Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn," is delivered as he prepares to leave Scarlett, signaling the end of their tumultuous relationship. This line is not just a dismissal of Scarlett's plea for him to stay, it is the culmination of Rhett's frustration, disappointment, and heartbreak. For years, Rhett had cared deeply for Scarlett, bending over backward to win her love and affection. But in this moment, he expresses his final resignation. He no longer cares whether she loves him or not. The line is powerful because it represents the complete emotional reversal of Rhett's character. A man who once loved Scarlett with intensity and passion is now walking away without looking back. Rhett's "I don't give a damn" is not said out of cruelty, but as an acknowledgement that his emotional investment in Scarlett has reached its limit. He is no longer willing to fight for a love that has only brought him heartache. The significance of Rhett's departure. Rhett's departure marks the tragic end of his and Scarlett's relationship, leaving Scarlett alone with the consequences of her emotional blindness and misguided decisions. Rhett's departure is significant not only because it represents the loss of Scarlett's last chance at love, but also because it is the moment when Scarlett must face the reality of her actions. For the first time, Scarlett is forced to confront the fact that her selfishness and inability to acknowledge her true feelings have cost her the love of the one man who truly understood her. Rhett's decision to leave is final, and it leaves Scarlett devastated. In the novel's closing scene, Scarlett is left to reflect on her mistakes and vows to win Rhett back. But his departure signals a profound shift in her life. While Scarlett has often been able to manipulate others and bend them to her will, Rhett's departure is a reminder that there are limits to her control. Rhett, the one person who could match her strength and resilience, has walked away, leaving Scarlett to face an uncertain future alone. Conclusion: a tragic farewell. Rhett's departure and his famous line, "Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn," encapsulate the tragic nature of his relationship with Scarlett. After years of loving her deeply and enduring her emotional distance, Rhett reaches a breaking point where he can no longer invest in a relationship that has brought him so much pain. His departure forces Scarlett to confront the reality of her emotional blindness, but tragically, her realization comes too late. Rhett's exit marks the end of their love story, leaving Scarlett to reflect on what she has lost due to her own inability to recognize the true love she had in Rhett. Scarlett's return to Tara and her vow to win back Rhett's love in Gone with the Wind. At the end of Gone with the Wind, Scarlett O'Hara experiences a moment of profound reckoning as she stands alone in the ruins of her marriage to Rhett Butler. After years of emotional blindness, misguided ambition, and romantic illusions, Scarlett is left to face the consequences of her actions. Rhett's departure devastates her, but rather than surrendering to despair, Scarlett returns to Tara, her family's plantation, where she vows to win back Rhett's love and rebuild her life. Tara as Scarlett's symbol of strength and survival. Throughout the novel, Tara symbolizes Scarlett's resilience, determination, and unwavering will to survive. No matter how chaotic or hopeless her life becomes, Tara remains her anchor, representing both her past and the future she seeks to secure. After the devastation of the Civil War, Scarlett returns to Tara and single-handedly revives the estate, demonstrating her remarkable resourcefulness and unyielding spirit. Tara is more than just a physical place, it is the foundation of Scarlett's identity, reminding her of her roots and her ability to persevere in the face of adversity. When Rhett leaves her, Scarlett instinctively returns to Tara, knowing that it is the one place where she can find clarity, strength, and the courage to move forward. Her return to Tara reflects her inner determination to fight for her future, just as she did when she struggled to save the plantation during the war. For Scarlett, Tara represents both a sanctuary and a source of empowerment. Scarlett's vow to win back Rhett's love. Upon arriving at Tara, Scarlett begins to process the emotional turmoil she has faced, particularly her late realization that Rhett is the man she truly loves. Her obsession with Ashley Wilkes and her pride have cost her the love of a man who understood her better than anyone else. But Scarlett is not the type to give up easily. In her characteristic fashion, she vows to win Rhett back, no matter what it takes. Scarlett's determination to win back Rhett is rooted in both love and pride. For the first time, she fully understands the depth of her feelings for him, recognizing that he is not just a partner of convenience, but the one man who has truly matched her in strength, passion, and resilience. Yet, her pride also drives her to refuse to accept defeat. Scarlett cannot fathom the idea of losing Rhett permanently and resolves to fight for their relationship just as fiercely as she fought to save Tara during the war. A new beginning for Scarlett. Scarlett's vow to win back Rhett signifies a crucial turning point in her character development. For much of the novel, she has been driven by selfishness, ambition, and her obsession with the unattainable. However, her realization that she truly loves Rhett marks the beginning of her emotional growth. While Scarlett has always been a survivor, this moment signals a shift in her priorities, from seeking financial security and status to seeking emotional fulfillment and genuine love. Although Rhett's departure is heartbreaking, Scarlett's return to Tara offers her a sense of hope and renewal. The novel ends with Scarlett's iconic line, "After all, tomorrow is another day," expressing her belief in the possibility of redemption and new beginnings. Scarlett's unwavering confidence in her ability to win Rhett back and rebuild her life reflects her indomitable spirit. She may have lost Rhett for now, but she is determined to fight for their future, just as she has fought for everything else in her life. The ambiguous future. Margaret Mitchell leaves Scarlett's future with Rhett open-ended. While Scarlett is determined to win him back, it is unclear whether she will succeed. Rhett's emotional exhaustion and final words to Scarlett, "Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn," suggest that he may not return to her, no matter how much she tries. However, Scarlett's unshakable belief in herself and her resilience leave the possibility open. Just as she rose from the ashes of war to rebuild Tara, Scarlett is convinced that she can restore her relationship with Rhett. Despite the uncertainty, Scarlett's return to Tara and her vow to win Rhett back reflect her growth as a character. She is no longer the naive girl who chased after illusions of love and wealth. Instead, she has become a woman who understands the value of true love and is willing to fight for it. Scarlett's journey from selfishness to self-awareness is complete, even if her future with Rhett remains uncertain. Conclusion: Scarlett's indomitable spirit. Scarlett's return to Tara and her vow to win back Rhett symbolize the core of her character, her unyielding determination and ability to survive, no matter the odds. While the future of her relationship with Rhett is left unresolved, Scarlett's belief in tomorrow reflects her refusal to give up hope. Tara, once a symbol of her family's legacy and her survival, once again becomes the place where she gathers her strength and prepares for the next chapter of her life. Scarlett's story, marked by resilience, determination, and emotional growth, leaves readers with the sense that no matter what challenges she faces, she will continue to rise and fight for what she believes in, because, as Scarlett reminds herself, tomorrow is another day. Analysis of the novel's open-ended conclusion. Scarlett's unwavering determination to start over. No matter the cost in Gone with the Wind, the conclusion of Gone with the Wind by Margaret Mitchell leaves readers with an ambiguous and open-ended finale that reflects the complexity of Scarlett O'Hara's character. After Rhett Butler leaves her, and Scarlett realizes too late that he is the one she truly loves, she retreats to Tara, her family's plantation. However, instead of surrendering to despair, Scarlett's final words, "After all, tomorrow is another day," encapsulate her indomitable will to start over, no matter the obstacles or the cost. Just as she rose from the ashes of war to rebuild Tara, Scarlett is convinced that she can restore her relationship with Rhett. Despite the uncertainty, Scarlett's return to Tara and her vow to win Rhett back reflect her growth as a character. She is no longer the naive girl who chased after illusions of love and wealth. Instead, she has become a woman who understands the value of true love and is willing to fight for it. Scarlett's journey from selfishness to self-awareness is complete, even if her future with Rhett remains uncertain. Conclusion: Scarlett's indomitable spirit. Scarlett's return to Tara and her vow to win back Rhett symbolize the core of her character, her unyielding determination and ability to survive, no matter the odds. While the future of her relationship with Rhett is left unresolved, Scarlett's belief in tomorrow reflects her refusal to give up hope. Tara, once a symbol of her family's legacy and her survival, once again becomes the place where she gathers her strength and prepares for the next chapter of her life. Scarlett's story, marked by resilience, determination, and emotional growth, leaves readers with the sense that no matter what challenges she faces, she will continue to rise and fight for what she believes in, because, as Scarlett reminds herself, tomorrow is another day. Analysis of the novel's open-ended conclusion. Scarlett's unwavering determination to start over. No matter the cost in Gone with the Wind, the conclusion of Gone with the Wind by Margaret Mitchell leaves readers with an ambiguous and open-ended finale that reflects the complexity of Scarlett O'Hara's character. After Rhett Butler leaves her, and Scarlett realizes too late that he is the one she truly loves, she retreats to Tara, her family's plantation. However, instead of surrendering to despair, Scarlett's final words, "After all, tomorrow is another day," encapsulate her indomitable will to start over, no matter the obstacles or the cost. Scarlett's unwavering determination. Throughout the novel, Scarlett is depicted as a relentless survivor. From the moment the Civil War devastates her home and life, Scarlett fights with every resource at her disposal to rebuild her world. Her return to Tara at the novel's conclusion reinforces the idea that Scarlett's strength comes from her ability to adapt and her refusal to accept defeat. Even though she has lost Rhett, she remains confident in her ability to win him back, just as she had saved her family estate during the war. Scarlett's unwavering belief in her ability to control her destiny is at the core of her character, and it drives her forward even in moments of personal failure. Her mantra, "Tomorrow is another day," reflects her refusal to be broken by her circumstances. Scarlett's approach to life is defined by her resilience. No matter what she loses or how badly she is hurt, she always believes in the possibility of starting over. This optimism is not based on naivety, but on her lived experience of surviving through the most difficult of times. Her return to Terra symbolizes a fresh start, a place where she can gather her strength and plan her next steps, no matter the challenges she faces. An open-ended future. The novel's open-ended conclusion leaves readers with many unanswered questions about Scarlett's future, particularly her relationship with Rhett. Despite Scarlett's determination to win him back, Rhett has clearly reached a point of emotional exhaustion, where he no longer cares for her affection. His departure, signified by his famous line, "Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn," suggests that Rhett is beyond reconciliation, having endured too much pain and rejection from Scarlett to continue the relationship. However, Mitchell leaves Rhett's ultimate decision unresolved, giving the ending a sense of ambiguity. Scarlett's vow to win him back offers a glimmer of hope that their relationship could be salvaged, but whether she will succeed remains uncertain. Scarlett's history of perseverance gives readers reason to believe that she may find a way to restore her relationship with Rhett, just as she has managed to overcome every other challenge in her life. On the other hand, Rhett's departure could signify that some things, no matter how hard Scarlett fights, cannot be recovered. The cost of starting over. While Scarlett's resilience is a key strength, it also comes at a cost. Her single-minded focus on survival and achieving her goals has left her emotionally distant and manipulative throughout much of the novel. She has lost loved ones, strained relationships, and caused heartbreak in her pursuit of personal success and security. Even in the closing moments of the novel, Scarlett's determination to win back Rhett is not just about love, it is also about pride and control. She cannot accept the idea of losing, and her vow to win him back is as much about proving her power over her life as it is about her newfound love for him. This determination to start over, no matter the cost, has shaped Scarlett's life, but it also isolates her. By the end of the novel, she has alienated many of the people who cared for her, including Rhett. Her refusal to give up is admirable, but it also hints at a character flaw. Scarlett often pursues her goals without fully considering the emotional consequences for herself and others. This suggests that even if she does manage to rebuild her relationship with Rhett, it may come at a further personal cost. Terra, a symbol of renewal. Terra, the family plantation, once again plays a pivotal role in the novel's conclusion. It is at Terra that Scarlett finds her greatest sense of security and strength. After the war, she fights tirelessly to restore Terra to its former glory, and it becomes a symbol of her survival and success. Now, after the collapse of her marriage to Rhett, Scarlett returns to Terra to regroup and plan her future. The connection between Scarlett and Terra is central to her character's arc. Terra represents more than just land or home, it symbolizes her resilience and ability to reinvent herself. Just as Scarlett rebuilt Terra after the devastation of the war, she believes she can rebuild her life after losing Rhett. Terra is the place where Scarlett gathers her strength and renews her sense of purpose, serving as a symbol of her determination to keep fighting for her dreams. Regardless of the obstacles, the ambiguity of Scarlett's emotional growth, while Scarlett's final vow to win back Rhett signals her determination to start over, it is unclear whether she has truly grown emotionally. Throughout the novel, Scarlett is portrayed as self-centered and often blind to the feelings of those around her, especially Rhett's. By the time she realizes her love for Rhett, he is already emotionally exhausted and distant. Scarlett's final words suggest that she is still focused on controlling her fate, but they also raise the question of whether she has learned from her past mistakes. Will her attempt to win Rhett back be another exercise in manipulation, or will she approach the situation with genuine emotional maturity? The novel leaves this question unanswered, allowing readers to speculate about whether Scarlett will succeed or if she will remain trapped in the same patterns of behavior that have led to her isolation. Conclusion: an uncertain, yet hopeful future. The open-ended conclusion of Gone with the Wind leaves Scarlett's future uncertain, but her determination to start over reflects the core of her character. Scarlett's belief in tomorrow symbolizes her resilience and refusal to be defeated by the challenges she faces, whether they are financial, emotional, or romantic. While her relationship with Rhett remains unresolved, Scarlett's return to Tara offers a sense of hope that she will find a way to rebuild her life, just as she has done in the past. At its heart, the novel's ending is about survival, Scarlett's ability to rise again after every setback. However, it also serves as a cautionary tale about the cost of that survival, leaving readers to ponder whether Scarlett's fierce determination will ultimately bring her happiness or continue to drive her into isolation. Themes of resilience, personal growth, and survival. Scarlett's journey as a symbol of the South's struggle in Gone with the Wind. In Gone with the Wind, Scarlett O'Hara's journey embodies the themes of resilience, personal growth, and survival, paralleling the broader experience of the South as it grapples with the devastation of the Civil War. Margaret Mitchell weaves these themes throughout Scarlett's life, making her not only a personal tale of endurance, but also a representation of the South's fight to rebuild itself after profound destruction. Resilience, Scarlett's indomitable spirit. Scarlett O'Hara is one of literature's most enduring symbols of resilience. From the moment the Civil War begins, her world is torn apart, socially, economically, and emotionally. Scarlett's ability to adapt and survive in the face of these monumental challenges defines her character. She loses her home, her wealth, and many of her loved ones, but refuses to succumb to despair. Instead, she focuses on rebuilding her life, determined to survive no matter what. Her resilience is most powerfully displayed after the fall of Atlanta, when she returns to Tara, her family's plantation, and finds it ravaged by war. Despite her aristocratic upbringing and lack of practical skills, Scarlett takes on the responsibility of saving her home. She works the fields herself, fights to find food for her family, and makes ruthless decisions to ensure their survival. This period of Scarlett's life demonstrates her transformation from a sheltered Southern belle to a hardened survivor willing to do anything necessary to protect her family and her land. Scarlett's repeated mantra, "I'll never be hungry again," encapsulates her fierce determination to endure, no matter how difficult or morally compromising the choices may be. Her ability to rise from the ashes of war and rebuild her life mirrors the South's own struggle to recover from the destruction of its economy. Society and way of life, personal growth. Scarlett's evolution from selfishness to self-awareness. Throughout the novel, Scarlett undergoes significant personal growth, though this evolution is gradual and not without its flaws. At the beginning of the story, Scarlett is depicted as a selfish, vain young woman who is preoccupied with social status and superficial relationships. She is obsessed with Ashley Wilkes, a man who represents the old Southern ideals of gentility and tradition, and she remains blind to the genuine affection offered by Rhett Butler, who recognizes her strength and independence. As Scarlett faces increasingly difficult circumstances, her character begins to harden. Her experiences during the war, especially her time at Tara, force her to confront the harsh realities of life. She becomes more practical, resourceful, and self-reliant, traits that serve her well in the post-war world. However, Scarlett's personal growth is often overshadowed by her emotional blindness and selfishness. While she becomes a successful businesswoman and saves her family from financial ruin, she remains emotionally stunted, unable to fully appreciate the love and loyalty of those around her until it is too late.